If you're wondering what the purpose of these mental projection drills are, Mr. Silva used to refer to them as mental calisthenics. In this first conditioning cycle, we'll be doing some mental calisthenics, exercising your mind to make it stronger. Now, each of these 5 mental projection drills builds on what you learned before, so please remember to go through them in order the first time you go through the course. You can go back and review any of them anytime you want to, but the first time through, take them in order. You need to build a foundation first in order to do what comes later. So go step by step, and before you know it, you'll be at the top of the world. And please remember that each of these conditioning cycles is a scientific formula that Jose Silva developed during 22 years of scientific research. Every word, every phrase serves a purpose, so be sure to follow all of the instructions. If you skip anything, you won't get the whole picture, and it might not produce the satisfactory results that you are looking for. Now, as first mental projection exercise, we project to your home, something you're very familiar with. Now, is there any practical value to this projection to home exercise? Absolutely there is. Suppose you have an important meeting coming up. Perhaps you're going to meet with your banker to get a mortgage to buy a house, or a loan to buy a car, or for college tuition. Wouldn't it be nice to project there mentally ahead of time to the bank or to the office where you're going to be meeting and become familiar with the surroundings, with the environment, and program for a smooth and successful transaction? If you're in sales, do you ever go and meet with a client at the client's office or at the client's home? By the time you complete this course, you will be able to go there mentally before you go there physically. You can project your mind and mentally go through the entire presentation that you'll be making. You can get inside your client's mind and see things the way your client sees them. You can find out what the client's real needs and wants are, their real objections and concerns. Then you'll be better prepared for the meeting. Business people, the same thing. You may meet with customers, negotiate the best deal with suppliers. You may meet with employees to encourage and motivate them to do the best job. You may meet with your supervisor, your superiors, maybe the board of directors to bring them up to date on how the business is doing and what you're doing. Whoever you're going to meet with, wouldn't it be nice to do it ahead of time mentally, to actually be able to project to the place where you're going to meet, to the people you're going to meet with? When you go through these 5 mental projection drills, you will then be able to project to the place and accurately describe it, even if you've never been there before. You can actually be with the people, determining what their real concerns are, what they need to know, so that you'll be better prepared when you get to the meeting. Athletes can do the same thing. Even if you're just a weekend athlete, you can do the same thing. You go out and play golf, you can project to the golf course ahead of time. Tennis, project to the tennis courts ahead of time. Racquetball, you can be in there in the racquetball court. Many athletes, when they're going to the opponent's facility to compete, they neutralize much of the effect of the home field advantage that the opponent has by projecting there ahead of time mentally. When you get there, you can feel like you've actually played the event before. You'll be better able to anticipate what's going to happen, to anticipate before you even get there. And of course, in your imagination, you can win. Families can use this with family members to project to wherever the family member is if they're having a problem. How about if everybody in the family learns to use their imagination this way? Relax at the alpha level. You can go to level together and choose a vacation spot that everybody will enjoy. Hey, suppose you want to have a family. Suppose you're looking for a partner. You're going on dates. You can project ahead of time to the place where you'll be going on the date and get a feel for what's likely to happen, what your date will be like. Parents can project to wherever their children are and find out. We had an instructor one time, his name was Jim, and after he took the course, he was very good at using his ESP, his intuition. He said he was at home one day, and his children, his young children, were upstairs in the bedroom while he was downstairs reading, and he began to think that they were much too quiet. So he called upstairs and asked them what they were doing, and they called back downstairs to him and says, "Project your mind up here and figure it out for yourself." Well, he was out of the chair and halfway up the stairs before he realized what they said, and he thought about it, so he stopped, he turned around, sat out on the stairs, went to his level, went to the alpha level, projected up there, mentally detected what they were doing, and he called, says, "Are you doing so-and-so?" And he said, "Yep, that's right." He said, "All right, carry on." Went back downstairs and continued reading. You can do that. Imagine times that your children, maybe something's going on at school and you don't know what it is. You can project to your child's school and get an idea of what's going on, even if the child doesn't tell you. That way you know what kind of questions to ask. I bet if you have a young child who's very sick and you got to take them to the doctor's office or hospital, wouldn't it be nice to project there ahead of time, find out exactly what the place is like so you can tell the child what to expect and reassure them once you get there? Even better, you can teach a child to do that. You can teach your child, use your imagination. Tell me what you think it looks like. Say, "Well, I don't know." Well, say, just guess at it. Just guess at it and tell me what you think it looks like. You can start off by asking them things that you know. Perhaps a relative is coming to visit. Ask them, "What will your aunt be wearing? What do you think your aunt will wear?" Just take a guess. Just draw a picture of your aunt and what kind of clothes she's wearing, and tell me what you think it is. And then see, you'll find out that children have that ability naturally. And if you can get them to continue to do that, to continue to use their natural intuition while they're growing up, guess what? They won't have to take this course. They won't need this course. They'll already have it. Every parent knows it doesn't get easier as your children get older. There will be times that the only influence that you have with your children is remote influence, mental influence. You project to where they are. Determine what they're doing, much as Jim did with his young children, and influence them mentally. This is quite easy for a mother to do. A mother always has a connection with the child. The child was once part of the mother. So it is a natural thing. These are the kinds of things that you are learning to do, that you can project your mind wherever you need to project it to. And all it takes is to follow the instructions, practice these mental gymnastics, these mental calisthenics, go further with each one, add more pieces to the puzzle until you have it all. Now, when you are ready to continue developing your superpowers, and you have about 40 minutes when you won't be disturbed, and go find a quiet place to relax, and practice the projection to home conditioning cycle.